everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a thrift with me, and I'm going to hit up multiple different thrift stores. I think I'm just going to go to all Goodwills. So yeah, I wanted to do this because I feel like in my thrift hauls there might be a slight illusion that I find a lot of good stuff all at one thrift store, but that's definitely not the case. So yeah, if you follow me on Instagram and you like watch my thrift with me's that I've done like in my stories, I'm going to be doing like this kind of like how I do it over there, where I'm not going to show you like clips of me like sifting through like all the trash like in the activewear racks, because yeah, there's a lot of like Old Navy fit, Gap fit, like Walmart, Target brands, and I just feel like that's kind of not entertaining to like see me just like flip through that. So instead, like at each thrift store, I'll like pull out any like, you know, interesting things that I might come across, and then I'll like show you clips of like this like interesting things that I find but like didn't end up purchasing, and like let you know why I passed on them, and like show you, you know, the logos if it is a good brand but for some reason I like passed on it based on style. And so like I'll let you know like maybe what would have to be different about the item for me to like actually pick it up. So yeah, if you're new to my channel, my name is Allie, and so I'm going to be shopping for my curated closet on Poshmark, which is like Posh Athletica. I do sell on like eBay, Mercari, Depop, Curtsy, Kidizen, and I have a second Poshmark closet, but all that stuff I just get from like the Goodwill outlet where you pay by the pound. And when I'm at actual thrift stores, I basically only source for like this curated closet, and like I not only source obviously just activewear, but also like based off of like brand and style. And so I won't like blindly pick something up just because of the brand. Like it has to, like the style also has to be, you know, good and recent, trendy. So yeah, basically another reason why I'm doing this video is because I actually haven't been in these thrift stores in like a long time, like weeks, because a few weeks ago I actually had a fight. If you didn't know, I'm a fighter, and so like I took this fight on a week's notice, and so that week leading up to the fight, like I was just in the gym like 24/7, like nonstop, so obviously wasn't thrifting. And then after that it was like Thanksgiving week, so I was just like spending that. I went up to my parents' house and I was like staying there and like doing nothing. And then the next week I actually like got kind of sick. Like I just got a cold, but I was like, you know, just not making any unnecessary trips to like the thrift store or anything. And then so like I got better obviously, but then like my coach left, like he has a fight in Russia, so I have to cover all his classes. I'm like still doing that, still covering all his like like the group classes that he normally teaches. And then like, I mean, I'm also training myself, and so I just like don't have time to go like thrifting like during the day. And so I haven't been in these thrift stores in like at least like 3 weeks. So I feel like there will be like a decent amount of good stuff. And like today is my day off. It's Sunday. The gym is closed. So yeah, I'm just going to hit up these thrift stores and see what we find. So yeah, let's just go to the first Goodwill and see what they have to offer. Alright, the first thing that caught my eye were these leggings, but they did have some marks on the leg, and although they are really expensive and like pretty high quality, Noli just doesn't sell well for me, so I passed on them. And then this bra I found, it's from the brand Glider, which I used to pick up, but it again just hasn't been selling well for me, so I passed on this because there wasn't really anything special about it, you know? This next bra also retails for a pretty decent amount. It's from the brand Wear It to Heart, but I passed on it because for one, that is the old logo, and they don't have the biggest following, so I knew I would be sitting on it for a while before it sold. So yeah, the next bra that caught my eye though was this Gymshark bra, and I totally would have gotten it because it was in great condition, but it was just priced way too high. But yeah, I did want to mention that there are a ton of fake Gymsharks, especially like this seamless stuff. So you just be sure to like check the tags and make sure everything's authentic before you pick it up, because I do come across a lot of fake Gymshark stuff. These leggings I just wanted to show because I wanted to mention that metallic stuff has been doing really well for me. So like this brand is nothing, but like maybe if they were Glider I would have picked them up, even though I normally pass on Glider now. So yeah, and then these leggings, they're just Fabletics new with tags. But I also wanted to mention that plus size new with tags Fabletics does so well for me. Like I've been able to sell like plus size leggings for over $50, which is pretty great. And these leggings I just wanted to show because I thought this was funny. They're Lululemon, and although they do have some pilling, they did meet my Lululemon criteria, which is, you know, high-waisted, full length, and a newer style, which you can tell by the style number around the size dot. They did have like a massive freaking hole in the crotch, but Goodwill still had them marked up at too much. Okay, so Goodwill number one, not gonna lie. So like this is by far my favorite thrift store here in San Diego because well, like activewear wise, because it's actually right now I go to two gyms. Like I have my boxing gym and like the other gym I go to for strength and conditioning. And so this Goodwill is like two doors down from my strength and conditioning gym, and in the vicinity, like not like even like across the street and next door, there's a ton of gyms. And I'm not talking like, you know, 24-hour fitness, like Crunch, Planet Fitness. I'm talking about like actual like boutique gyms or like expensive gyms, you know, like there's a Barry's Boot Camp, there's a Row House, there's like a few CrossFit gyms, like these expensive gyms. So like these people are wearing, you know, normally like pretty expensive activewear. And so like I've found some like all my best stuff basically I found at this thrift store, and like this trip was like pretty good. I mean, you saw the stuff I passed on, that was like, you know, pretty like decent stuff. So yeah, I'll show you. I'll start off with what I'm like most excited about. And they're these shoes. They're these Noble CrossFit shoes. I mentioned there's like a CrossFit gym right there. So yeah, they're in like beautiful condition, like no wear. They were $14.99. They are a smaller size. They're a women's 5.5. But like if you follow CrossFit, you know that like the teen division is like pretty poppin' right now. Like there's a lot of like younger people getting into CrossFit. So I feel like these will do fine. Like yeah, maybe like a woman with small feet will want them, or you know, even like a teenager or something, because they are a smaller size. So yeah, so like I said, they were $14.99, but I do get a 10% off student discount. Okay, just out of habit, I like didn't get a receipt, but I'll get a receipt so I have like the totals for my next trips. But so $15, but I get 10% off. So yeah, the next thing, I didn't find any sports bras, or like I honestly don't really look through the tank tops, but I did get 4 pairs of bottoms. The first ones are these leggings from the brand Zaia. This is the logo, you know, it's an MLM. As you can see, they're a size 2, which I'm actually happy about, because I found some Zaia leggings where it's like a size like 8/10 or something, and that's kind of hard to list, because if you like manually type in like literally 8/10, it's not gonna really come up if people are filtering by their size. So if it's just like a straight up, you know, a normal just size 2, size 8, size 10, that's a lot easier to put in, because like, you know, if you do find the 8/10s or whatever, you know, you could just put them in as an 8 or as a 10. But I mean, technically it's not really size 8, but anyway. So yeah, they're like they are like maybe they're full length, or maybe they're like a 7/8 length, I don't know, I'll have to look into them. But they were $5.99, so $6, but again 10% off, so I paid like $5.40 for them. And Zaia leggings normally sell for me between $40 and $50. I forgot the Nobles, I'll have to look into them. I'm gonna say like, I don't know, between $60 and $75. Noble is actually now the official like sponsor of the CrossFit Games, so I feel like now their shoes, like their CrossFit shoes, like the desirability of them has like gone up even more. So I'll have to like look into them. I've sold Noble bras but never shoes. So yeah, and the next pair of bottoms are these leggings. Not gonna lie, like based off of style, like I probably wouldn't have gotten them. Like it's not really, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's a bit odd. I don't even know what it says, what like all these words say, like power, I think, I don't know. But the reason why I got them, I like obviously saw like the print did not draw me in at all, but then like the construction is like super nice, the fabric is really nice. So obviously I looked at the brand, and they're by the brand Sweaty Betty. As you can see, they're the Power 7/8 length leggings. I don't pick up crops, but 7/8 I will. So yeah, this is the logo. They are like a UK based brand. They're like British design, I believe. And so yeah, they're based in London, so maybe not the most like super well-known company like here in the States, but they definitely still have a following. I'm always able to sell their stuff, and they appear to be a newer style. I didn't like Google them specifically, but yeah, the next pair, I don't know how much. Oh, did I even say how much they were? These were a little bit more pricey. They were $7.99. Again, get 10% off. But yeah, I think they'll sell for like $55 maybe. But again, I'll have to look into them. And next up, we have these like gray leggings. These ones are like a bit cropped. But not like, I will never pick up like the ones that are cropped like just below the knee or just above. I think they're like maybe like that, like in between your like ankle and knee, or like 7/8, depending, obviously depending on your height. But they're from the brand Girlfriend Collective. They're size medium, as you can see. I love selling Girlfriend Collective. I've showed them in many hauls before. They're a sustainable activewear brand. Their stuff is not, it's also size inclusive, so it goes from like an extra small to like a 6XL, I believe. But they're also made out of recycled plastic bottles, you know, sustainable materials. And so these are $5.99. Again, I get the 10% off though. So yeah, those are always great. And the next pair of bottoms, these are like, this isn't necessarily an activewear brand, it's an outdoorsy brand, but they were in the like leggings section. They're these like joggers with like this branded cuffs. So you can see it's coat epoxy. I've actually like worked with them before. Like I worked at one of their events. But yeah, they're just like an outdoorsy company, pretty trendy, I suppose. These, as you can see, are the Aura joggers. $7.99. I've actually never found their stuff before, so I kind of don't really know how much. Just based off of nothing, I'm saying between, I'll probably sell, like, probably list them at 55, but expect between like 45 and 55 for them. But we'll see. So yeah, that was thrift store number 1. Like I said, that was my favorite. That's like by far my favorite thrift store here in San Diego. So we'll see what the others have to offer. But the next, so I mean, yeah, we'll just go ahead and hit up the next thrift store, and yeah, let's go. Okay, the first intriguing thing were these mountain hardwear pants, and I passed on them because, you know, I'm only looking for activewear, not outdoorsy wear, and they were a bit expensive. So yeah, these pants also, they're from Pearl Izumi, which I know can sell for pretty well, but I actually don't really pick up sport specific stuff. You know, like these are for cycling, and they were like crazy expensive. So yeah. Alright, so done with Goodwill number 2, and this Goodwill's in downtown, so obviously it's downtown. There's a lot of rich people who live here, but it's also downtown, so like, it's kind of like hit or miss whenever I come here. As you can see, like, besides like what I got, there wasn't like a ton of like super interesting stuff. Like it was just, you know, a lot of like Gap and Old Navy and stuff. But I did find these shorts. They're just some green like biker shorts, really soft. This is like what, there was no logo, but like it said Game, and then I don't know, they felt really soft, so I looked them up, and this is actually like Game by Universal Standard, which is like, you know, their activewear / athleisure line. So I actually didn't look at comps, but I mean, it's Universal Standard, so I'm sure they'll be pretty decent. So yeah, I'm excited to see how they'll do. I paid $5.99, but I got half off. I got a receipt. However, I did buy like this REI long sleeve shirt for my mom, which was $9.99, so it threw off my total. So like I rounded up. So, because I paid in cash, so I just rounded up to $22 because I didn't really want to get change. But then this was $10, so I mean, anyway, I did find a pair of shoes, and like our Goodwills here, they don't have like a shoe section. They just have like the shoes like randomly above like the clothing racks, but it's not even organized where it's like, you know, all the sneakers are above the activewear racks and like boots are above coats, or, you know, something kind of cohesive. Like they're just all scattered, and it's not like all the tennis shoes are in one place, you know, boots in one place. Like it's all over the place. So I was just fortunate, like I didn't like go through like all the racks. So like, you know, the last pair of Noble shoes I got, like they just happened to be above the activewear rack, and like these happened to be above, well, they weren't directly above the activewear, they were on the other side, but I still saw them. They're these sneakers. They're the Vivo barefoot sneakers. I don't know the style name, but yeah, I'm familiar with the brand, but like not really. So like I just like went on Poshmark to like verify that, like, yeah, they're expensive, and like, yeah, they're expensive. I didn't look at the comps for this exact style and like size and everything, but yeah, they're definitely selling between like 75 and like over 200, obviously depending on style. These are like, I think the ones that were over 200 were like more like hiking type styles, so we'll see. These are a size 38, so yeah, pretty excited about these. I normally don't really pick up shoes just because I don't like cleaning shoes, and I don't really like photographing them either. Like I know maybe people think they're easy, but I'm just not a fan. So yeah, that was Goodwill number 2. Now heading off to Goodwill number 3. This one, I'm kind of like, it's notorious for me for like overpricing things, so we'll see if I actually end up buying anything. But yeah, let's just go head on over there and check them out. All right, so Goodwill number 3 was basically all trash. There was like nothing worth showing you, and it was like super busy. So yeah, I'm just gonna go off to Goodwill number 4 now, and not gonna lie, like based off this next Goodwill's like area, you wouldn't necessarily think there'd be like a ton of good stuff, but I've like randomly found some like really great activewear pieces there, but I never really come out with like more than like 2 things. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, let's just head off to Goodwill number 4, and hopefully, fingers crossed, there's more good stuff. Okay, the first thing that caught my eye were these Lululemon leggings, but even though they were high-waisted and full length, I passed on them just because I don't love selling Lululemon because there's so many listings, you know? But yeah, these leggings are from the brand Therese, and I love selling Therese. It definitely has a following, but these were more of a mid-rise style, so I did pass on them. But it definitely is a brand to be on the lookout for, especially their metallic stuff. These were some Beyond Yoga leggings that were high-waisted and full length, and they were their space dye fabric, which I love selling. I totally would have picked them up, but they did have a hole in them, so obviously I passed on them. Next, I came across these glider leggings, and I was considering picking them up because they were high-waisted and full length, and they were a cool design with this perforated detailing on them, but I did decide to pass on them. Okay, so Goodwill number 4, like I said, based off of the location, you wouldn't necessarily think they would have like good activewear, but they since the last time I went, they rearranged their store, and now they have a really decent sized activewear section. So like there was like actually like normally when I go, I'll find maybe like 1 or 2 gems, and the rest will be like all trash. But this time when I went, you know, there's like a pretty like decent amount of like maybe like good-ish stuff. So yeah, I got 2 pairs of leggings, but they're both the same brand, very similar, and only one of them, like one of them didn't have a tag on it, but one of them had a tag for $6.99, and so they just gave me both of them for $6.99 each. But then like the lady, like the cashier, cut off the tag of the one pair that did have. I don't know why she did that, but yeah, so I paid $12.59 for these 2 pairs of leggings. So yeah, they're both, like I said, same brand, which is Buff Bunny. That's their logo. They're both an extra small. As you can see, the colors are very similar. They're really soft. Buff Bunny, you know, is a social media fitness influencer founded, you know, Heidi Summers. So those brands always do really well. They always have a following. So yeah, they'll sell in between like 40 to 50, like probably in the like high $40 range. So yeah, pretty decent profit. So I'm excited to have found those. I've actually found Buff Bunny at this location before, which is kind of random. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna go to one more Goodwill. This one is like next to, like, it's like a few blocks. Well, no, it's like 5 minutes from where I live. So yeah, it's really small, but like there's like the activewear rack is literally just like one like circular rack, but I found some like really good stuff there, and I like really good stuff there. But like I said, it's a really small place, so like sometimes I'll find nothing just because it's like so small. But when I do find stuff, like I'm like shocked at like how much I'm able to find because it's so small. So we'll see what happens at this last stop. But yeah, let's just go head over. Okay, first up are these Lilybod leggings, and I personally really like the brand. I like their fabrics and the construction of their leggings, but these were a mid-rise style, and Lilybod doesn't have the biggest following ever, so I did pass on them. But next up, I came across a ton of Noli leggings, and so these leggings I actually currently have listed in my closet in different colorway, and I thought the metallic flowers would help them sell, but it just, like, they're not getting a ton of attention. So, like, Noli leggings, like I said previously when I found them, they retail for, like, a decent amount, like over $100 for their leggings, but I just haven't been having luck reselling them, so I did pass on all of these, and this last pair is actually from their Black Label line, which I believe retails for even more, but I don't really think that makes a difference, so I passed on them. Alright, so last Goodwill stop of the day, I was able to find 3 pairs of leggings at that store, which is great, and so she forgot to give me my student discount, but that's okay. So my total came out to $17.97, because each pair was $5.99. So yeah, this first pair are these like metallic-y like snake print leggings from Lanston Sport. Lanston Sport is super expensive. This is the logo. They're definitely like a luxury activewear brand. These easily retail for over $100. These are a size medium, and I've sold like a Lanston Sport bra before, and it did well. I think I think it was like animal print as well, so like that probably helped it sell, but I think it sold relatively fast for like a decent amount. So yeah, I'm excited to see how the leggings will do, but just like any luxury activewear brand, normally they're not like, you know, super well known, so you kind of either have to wait for the right buyer or maybe like sell it for a tad less, just because you're going to be selling it just based off of style, really, if someone's like unfamiliar with the brand. But I did find another pair of Lanston Sport leggings. These ones are red, with some mesh down the side. Again, all three pairs were $5.99. These didn't have like the size tag has been cut out of these ones. The other ones were a size medium, but these look like pretty small for a medium, so I'll probably like measure it and decide. Maybe I'll like try them on so I can be like, oh, it fits like a small, or it fits like an extra small, or whatever. But yeah, last pair of leggings, these ones I'm super excited about. Again, $5.99, and I've sold these, like I found them twice and I think only one has sold, but they're from the brand PE Nation, which is like super expensive. You know, these again easily retail for over $100. So and I found like a sweatshirt in like my last bins haul, which was exciting because they're, you know, super high retail. So I think the one pair of these that did sold, I sold for $79, which is, you know, a really great profit. So yeah, we'll see how these do. But since I, you know, did have those other two pairs, I believe they were two different sizes, so I'll just measure these and compare them to like the listings of the exact same leggings. So yeah, that was it. That was my haul. I didn't find any like sports bras or tops this trip, only leggings and like that one pair of shorts. So yeah, we'll see. Let me know if you did enjoy like this style of like thrift with me / haul, and like maybe I could try to do more in the future. Not gonna lie, normally when I like go thrifting, like I just go to one thrift store at a time. Like I don't really do this where I go to like hit up a bunch all at once, but I mean, maybe I can on like a Sunday or something when like I don't have like any like set plans, you know. So yeah, as always, if you did enjoy, feel free to, you know, like this video if you do want to see more, and subscribe if you haven't already if you do enjoy like activewear / reselling content. But yeah, anyway, thanks so much for watching per usual. Cheers.